Hi, my name is Taylor Hall. I'm a singer-songwriter from Indianapolis, Indiana. I was born and raised in Indianapolis, and it always has been and always will be home between all of my family and friends here, and then all of the places that make it home, like here at Crispus Attucks. I did my first ever talent show in this auditorium when I was like 13 years old. And to this day, my friends still like sing the songs and have different videos of me like playing when I was like 12, just like a little scrawny kid. Yeah, I'm a Leo and I'm the youngest and I'm the only girl. So I've always been like kind of the center of attention in my family and always wanted to grab the mic at church and sing. And a huge turning point when I was in college at Ball State back in 2020. It was during the time of the pandemic and I was back home here in Indianapolis for Muncie and I was helping lead all the protests for Black Lives Matter and organizing downtown. And my dad wrote this song called I Can't Breathe and I performed it at the state capitol. From that day, like my life and like the trajectory of my life just changed from wanting to go to school for like sports broadcasting to wanting to do advocacy work and wanting to do music full time. And then from there I was like at the March on Washington in DC like the next couple weeks later, performing on the streets, and then in LA in the studio with different producers and artists and labels. And then I was like, okay, I can really do this. I can really like be a full-time artist and advocate. The moment arose for me to combine advocacy and art. I realized like a lot of people don't get it when it comes to like whether it's reading or writing or different forms. So I'm like, maybe with music people will see the message clearer and it can get further. So throughout 2022, I was just going through the realities of like life, living in LA, being like a fresh 21-year-old, like trying to pay my rent. And what I would do for mental health would be going to the studio. Like I luckily like got free studio time, so it was cheaper than therapy to go to the studio and work with like my producer and co-writer. And my co-writer is a music therapist, so like he would ask me like, how are you doing today? And we would talk about life and we'd make a song about it. I think it was ups and downs, and I think that's the project too. Like there's songs like Silver Line on the project that are about getting through the darkness and finding light in the midst of the darkness, and there's songs like Moment that close the project that are about stepping into it and feeling okay with where I am. The last song on my project, Moment, I wrote it right before I left LA to move back home to Indianapolis, and like he was probably like 4 months in my belly, and the song is just about like things are changing, like time is fading, life keeps going, like here's my moment. And I think before I always took music seriously, but now it's like, okay, I really need to take it seriously because I don't have as much time as I did. Becoming a mom now, I'm like, what was I doing with all of my time before? Now I have real life experiences, I've been through real things like trials and tribulations, so like I can put that in my music and you can feel it in some of my songs, and you can feel like the pain, the hurt, the soul, the happy, all of those things within it. When I started making the project, I was really just trying to find myself as an individual. Like, you know, when you grow up somewhere, like I grew up in Indianapolis, so it's like I have my family influences, I have my friend influences, but then when you go somewhere unfamiliar, like you really have to become your own person, who you are outside of where you're from. And I think that is what the project is like me finding myself as a woman in the middle of nowhere, like with no family or people close by, like making my own community.